Hi everyone, this is Gina, and this is my Pico Reef Tank for Rico's Nano Challenge. I had planned to put corals into this tank and have them ready to show you for this update, but unfortunately some things happened and I'm behind schedule on that. So I want to go about telling you what I think went wrong, or what I did actually, to make things go wrong, I think. So, my last update, I talked about adding snails into the tank, and I think when I posted my first video about this tank, I explained that there's an overflow that I built into the back of this tank when it was originally connected to my main reef tank. And for this project, I went ahead and siliconed off that overflow so that there's no leaks out the back of the tank into the little overflow box that I built. The beginning of the month, I realized that was leaking slightly, so I went ahead and lowered the water down during a water change, added some more silicone, waited for it to dry, and then filled the tank back up. I've done that before and haven't had any problems, but I noticed within about 24 hours after doing that, all of my snails, those cute little ones that I added in the beginning of the month, started to look lethargic. They would kind of go up the glass a little bit and then fall down. And they weren't really sticking to the glass or the rock. They were just kind of laying there, which is very odd. And within the next 48 hours, I want to say they all died. So my only guess is that somehow allowing the freshly dried silicone in contact with the water released something into the water that harmed the snails. Maybe the water change was too much, although I've done that before without any side effects that I could notice. So I'm not really sure what happened. I did check the magnesium levels because I do know that that can cause inverts to kind of become lethargic like that or die. And it was right at 1500, so I don't think that's the problem. I have that level in all my other tanks and have plenty of thriving snails, so that wasn't the issue. So I went ahead and removed all of those snails after they died and did a couple of water changes over the course of about 2 or 3 weeks, and in hopes that whatever is going on will improve. So about a week ago, I went ahead and decided to add a coral, and I'm going to show you that right now, and unfortunately, it's not looking so hot. So let's see. You can kind of see, let's see. Oh, no, you can't. Let's see, down this way, you might be able to see the frag plug there, and there are some zoas on there, and they are not open. They look very pale. They really have not opened. Let's get another look right here. There you go. There we can kind of see a little better what should be some lovely pink zoas that I had planned to have in this tank. And they just have not done well. They're just not opening at all. I've certainly had zoas do that before in a new tank where it takes a couple days or maybe even a week or more for them to kind of perk up. But these have not. They've gotten more pale and I think more closed. So I'm holding off on adding any more corals right now. I did add a new light that you can see on top here, and that is the current Orbit Marine LED. I just wasn't getting enough spread with the small light I had in the cover there. I have it turned all the way down. I mean, like at 10% white and 20% blue in hopes that maybe it's too bright and that's why the zoa is not opening, but it certainly doesn't seem to be that. So My plan going forward is to add some snails again and see how they do. And maybe add another coral in hopes that it's just this zoa that is unhappy here. And I do have a Wheeler's shrimp goby and a pistol shrimp that I plan on adding to this tank, but I'm still waiting to make sure that some other things do well before I go ahead and add them in. You can see the hermit crab that we named Peanut is still doing well. He's right there, not much to see. So he did survive through whatever happened in this tank. I certainly plan on being even more careful, doing even smaller water changes in case that's what threw off this tank. So in lieu of showing you the corals in the Pico tank like I'd like to have them, I thought I'd go ahead and give a little preview of the corals I hope to add to my tank for the challenge. You can see there's 2 mushrooms here, an acan, a grape coral, and some zoas that I certainly am looking forward to adding, but I'm going to wait to kind of see what happens with those zoas and maybe some snails I add. Keep doing some testing and water changes, and hopefully things can get back in line. And I know in this hobby patience really helps, and so I'm just exercising my patience here. Thanks everyone for watching, and I sure hope my next update is a little more colorful. Thanks!